you know, people get confused about what things are important in what situations.
Well,
Right.
and I think it goes back to, and I talked to you about this yesterday, what is a survival situation? It's life and death, you know?
Mhm.
What is practicing bushcraft, woodcraft? It's going up and actually practicing skills so that you can prolong your life in a wilderness situation, but you're not in a survival situation.
Right.
So you can burn calories, you can, you know, and I think that's a mistake when people get that confused.
That's why I come out here and kind of practice these skills, because when I go and actually go out into the woods to do something specific like hunting or fishing or, you know, something to that effect, I don't want my skill set to slow me down.
And it's a good point. I practice a little bit more for the survival side of the house, just because with search and rescue, we go out at any time in inclement weather, and, you know, snow, rain. You go out in the middle of the night, and it's nice to practice all those skills. Kind of like what Jason's saying is, you know, for his hunting, but it's kind of the same with the search and rescue. They'll tell us to stop, light a fire, and wait the night out. And it could be snowing, it could be pouring down rain, and all those skills that we pick up along the lines just gives you that much more skills out there, so it doesn't turn into a bad situation.
For me, there's almost two different things that I spend time doing. You know, sometimes it's just bushcraft, woodcraft, camping, enjoying the woods, and some of the skills, some of the survival skills are enjoyable to me to practice. But then there's actual putting myself to the test and trying to recreate a survival situation and behave as if it were a survival situation. To me, there's a difference between when I'm really trying to test myself and test my ability to perform a skill under and, you know, trying to replicate an actual survival situation versus other trips when I'm just out there to have fun. And I might practice some skills along the way while I'm there, but that's not my main purpose of that trip. And
Yeah, so you're not concerned about, like on a camping trip where you're just out to have fun, you're not concerned that you're going to burn up calories using an axe or, you know,
Yeah.
and different things. And which kind of brings me to...
You might even, like, we might even choose to. I might cut through a 7-inch piece of wood with my Baco Laplander. And maybe that's not the most efficient tool for it, but that's just what I choose to do.
Yeah, just because I've, you know, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And, you know, and that's an interesting, another interesting thing for me is, like, you know, we live in an area that doesn't have hardwoods. You know, so the woods we have to use, you know, pine and fir, which most people in the eastern woodlands would, if you watch a video, will say, oh, don't use those for a fire because, you know, they're pitchy, they're sooty, they're not good for cooking on.
They don't burn a long time.
They don't burn a long time, da-da-da. But, you know, that's all we have. And so, like, if we need a fire, like, say if it was going to be a night that we had to stay out and it was going to be severely cold and we really needed to rely on a fire, if we don't have a tool that can cut fairly large logs, we're going to be tending that fire regularly.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I like using my axe. For one, I want to improve my skill with it, you know, and continue. So I use my axe over just about any other tool. And it's way better than a goddamn tomahawk.
I'm almost going to have to agree with that once I freaking get a nice axe.
But I think that's a great example. Like Todd, you brought your tomahawk out on this trip. You didn't bring it because you think it's the best cutting tool for everything. You brought it because it's a tool that's in your kit that you want to be comfortable using. So,
and you enjoy it.
And you enjoy it.
And I do enjoy it, you know.
And I was teasing about the tomahawk thing. But yeah,
I know. Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, you enjoy it. And that's the thing of me with the axe. It's like, I don't want to use a bucksaw. There's nothing about a bucksaw that brings pleasure and enjoyment to me, okay?
What is the best knife for survival?
Are you kidding me? I'm not touching that. Sorry, dude. Why would you ask me a question like that? You know how controversial that subject is? Oh my God.
I thought we could just take some common YouTube questions and just dissect them while we have a panel here.
How about